fact that you clicked on this video sets you apart from the majority by watching it. You prove yourself to be the exception. Let's begin. Marcus Aurelius once said that your own spirit is the only place in the world where you may find quiet and uninterrupted time before returning to confront what is waiting for you. Withdraw to speak with your own spirit. From 161 until 180. After Christ, Marcus Aurelius ruled as the Roman emperor. He is regarded as the final of the 5 upright emperors in his Meditations, a collection of autobiographical essays he produced during his lifetime. He continually argued in favor of seeking calm in life, while he frequently emphasized the need of rising early and making the most of the day. In his Meditations, he also emphasized the value of setting aside time to go inward and find peace. His records have given us a good sense of what his nightly routine would have been in this video. We'll look at 7 distinct activities Marcus Aurelius would have done in the late afternoon or evening, and discuss how we may emulate or modify this schedule for the current world. I simply ask that you avoid from skipping video in any way. You can start right now by not skipping any chapter. First, turn off all external stimulation. It is known that Marcus Aurelius utilized his nights to disengage, saying, "It is in your power to withdraw into yourself whenever you desire." While he is best renowned for his teachings encouraging us to live each day as if it were our last, he also believed in making time for solitude and renewal in his own mind. He took this action in an effort to relieve tension or other unpleasant emotions, removing oneself from outside stimuli and looking for worth within oneself. Changes outside of the body or information that is communicated to us through our senses are examples of external stimuli in the modern world. We are continually exposed to outside stimuli, particularly when engaging with people in technology. We overcommit ourselves in an effort to satisfy the flimsy expectations of our contemporary society. And as a result, our days are now crammed with obligations, commitment, meetings, emails, and deadlines. Even though we try to strike a balance between job and personal life, we inevitably lose our independence and peace of mind. As a result, we inevitably come home feeling worn out, overburdened, and anxious. Catching up on social media, watching TV, or attempting to answer those last-minute emails are typically part of our evening routine. We must lessen the stimulus and organize our thoughts. The time you set aside for yourself should therefore be during your evening routine. This probably entails giving up a lot of the nighttime activities to which you've grown accustomed and substituting new ones that will actually let you to unwind and concentrate on yourself. This entails turning off all technology at least 30 minutes before bed and finding peace. This can be as easy as a body scan, a 5-minute guided meditation, or a breathing exercise. The practice of mindfulness meditation can help you tune into your body and calm an overactive mind. Incorporating this kind of meditation into your bedtime routine can have a hugely positive impact. It can be a retreat within ourselves. The benefits of meditation on mood, anxiety, and sleep have all been well documented. Break from the bustling world, and a retreat to your tranquil self should be part of your evening ritual. Even if binge-watching TV shows, playing video games, hanging out with friends, or scrolling through social media could appear like a personal vacation, these activities don't truly aid in achieving tranquility. They really prevent you from finding it. Even while sleep is crucial, it frequently isn't sufficient to revive you after a busy day. An evening ritual that is truly calming must include something that helps your mind to shut down. Exercise regularly is the second recommendation. Marcus Aurelius, who lived approximately 2,000 years ago, grasped the value of physical activity when he said, "It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable." He had the opinion that a healthy body and mind go hand in hand. Even a basic fitness program, according to the Stoics, can help us develop virtues like self-improvement, discipline, perseverance, and the ability to overcome obstacles and boost our confidence. They realized that developing these qualities of self-mastery was more essential than receiving approval from others. Contrary to what the media might have us believe, the Stoics understood that pursuing a flawless body only to flaunt it rarely results in genuine satisfaction. Exercise holds incredible benefits for both physical and mental health. So we shouldn't completely disregard it as part of our routine, despite the fact that many of us avoid it for a variety of reasons, including, "I'm too tired," I have a big meeting tomorrow and don't want to be sore, and I'm so stressed at work that I can't even think about exercising. Exercise holds incredible benefits for both physical and mental health. Playing sports or going to the gym are both healthy forms of exercise because they both release endorphins, a flood of feel-good brain chemicals that lower stress and lift mood. If you work out in the evening, you might even fall asleep more quickly, waking up the next morning feeling rested and ready to take on the world. You can also think about going for a quick evening stroll to clear your head. Additionally, pay attention to the surroundings and the air while you walk, allowing your mind to go from daydreaming to contemplating the night sky. While you walk softly, moving your body, and taking in the beauty of nature around you will help you decompress us from a busy day and get ready for a restful night's sleep. Third, take stock of your day. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nothing has such power to broaden the mind as the ability to investigate systematically and truly all that comes under thy observation in life." The Stoics held that the morning and the evening were the two greatest times for thought writing. Down your thoughts in the morning diary as you prepare for the day ahead and reflect on the day just gone. In order to acquire personal clarity, Marcus Aurelius authored his meditations with the purpose of reflecting on his own everyday activities and ideas. He maintained a close eye on his decisions and behaviors every day. The Stoics emphasized the need of setting aside time at the end of each day to reflect on what transpired in order to become more aware of. They also emphasized the significance of being conscious of one's own actions by bringing self-awareness to one's acts and determining if they are in line with one's higher self. The Stoics described this form of attentiveness. This kind of daily contemplation was compared by the Stoics to making a legal argument through methodical analysis of your daily actions and decisions. You can reflect on and evaluate your day. This isn't meant to be a judgment practice, but rather a recurring assessment that will help you in the future to make researchments. By setting aside time before going to bed to reflect on the day that has just gone, you can incorporate this type of daily review into your evening routine. From the minute you woke up to the present, go over each moment of the day. Think on the numerous decisions and acts you took. What accomplished success today? What feelings did you feel? Which moments in your day made you uncomfortable? What can you take away from today's events? What would you like to have achieved today but didn't? Daily introspection is crucial for development in Stoic philosophy. They assist us in planning for the following day by noting what we would have liked to achieve today. They are also essential for determining whether our day-to-day behavior is consistent with the person we aspire to be. For instance, if you reflect on your day, you might remember a negative encounter you had as a result of a miscommunication. While purchasing your morning coffee, you'll be able to identify the specific ways that this contact made you feel uneasy and irritated. You'll draw attention to how long you spent thinking about the encounter and how it altered your morning mood. You can think back and consider how you might have handled the scenario better, or how that particular interact ultimately didn't matter much in the grand scheme of your day. The next time you encounter a similar circumstance, you will approach it with increased mindfulness as a result of becoming aware of this occurrence. One of the most important steps for living a Stoic life: set aside time each night to evaluate your accomplishments. I want to thank each and every one of you for listening. Before we move on to item number 4, the finest thing a person can do is seek knowledge and reject ignorance, and you have already done that. Please verify that you are subscribed to the channel, and if you can like the video, consider your inner wisdom as number 4. A sage is someone who is regarded as skilled in a certain subject and is renowned for their wisdom, judgment, and expertise, according to Marcus Aurelius. Mastery of reading and writing requires a master even more so. Life, this wise man is a role model for many. The Stoics set aside time to consider their sages and consider whether their own deeds match those of the sage. The contemplation of the sage should essentially be a nightly moment where you reflect on your day or on the person you are and ask yourself, what would your role model do? Your role model could be someone you know or just a concept of an ideal person. Marcus Aurelius considered Zeno, the founder of Stoic philosophy, to be his sage, and frequently asked himself, what would Zeno do? It's critical to define this individual precisely so that you may consider whether your behavior is consistent with that of your role model. Incorporate a few minutes into your nightly routine to reflect on the situations you encounter today, and whether you responded as you believe your role model would have. Ask yourself, did you act as your role model would have? In what ways can you improve tomorrow? So your life is more in line with your role models. What characteristics of your role model did you identify in yourself today? Take a higher view of things as number 5. Marcus Aurelius says, "Consider the matter in its entirety, of which you possess the smallest part in time in its entirety, of which a brief and momentary period has been assigned to you in the works of destiny, and how small is your portion in them, and the matter in which you possess the works of destiny, and how small is your portion in them." A view from above entails adopting a broad perspective on life and observing oneself in one's day, as though doing it from the perspective of a third party, in order to remove one's own feelings and fears. It is well known that Aurelius used his evening reflections to expand his own viewpoint by considering his life from the perspective of the cosmos. There are a lot of diversions in the modern world. We are inundated with commercials, news, viewpoints, and distractions every time we leave the house, spend our free time on our phones, listening to the radio, watching TV, or using the computer, when we're not at work or with our families. Mental tiredness results from all of this. It's challenging to find time to breathe and ponder. Apps, games, films, and TV shows all captivate our attention. And because we frequently focus on other things, it might be challenging for us to manage our issues, worries, concerns, and obligations. The Stoic exercise of adopting a higher perspective can be utilized to help with this, since it raises our awareness to a level above ourselves, which helps to lessen the weight of our issues. You can start by setting aside some quiet time in the evening to take stock of your immediate surroundings, body, house, and roommates. Start imagining how they may feel, how you might react to them, and any potential issues, desires, or anxieties they might have. Then broaden your perspective to include your own city and how every person living there has a distinct life that you are unaware of. Like you, they have hopes, dreams, and concerns. Continue enlarging your vision to take in your own nation before going even farther and taking in the entire world, considering all of the people that inhabit it and our diverse lives in regard to nations, socioeconomic classes, ethnicities, and cultural groups. Consider the difficulties some of the less fortunate people experience. Continue growing until you reach the solar system, the universe, and all of existence. When we look down at ourselves, we see that we are a part of a much broader whole and a participant in everything that is all around us. Rather than being distinct individuals who are not related to the things around us, it is easier to perceive ourselves and our problems objectively. When we look at ourselves from the outside, we have higher chance of comprehending the causes and solutions to our problems and worries. When we put ourselves in a position to be objective about them, it becomes simpler to put things into perspective. Try this exercise if you're feeling depressed as a result of being insulted. When we put things in perspective, it becomes much simpler to get over the emotional challenges we face. Arguments and small disputes appear insignificant in comparison when we contrast our issues with those of others or with the expanse of space. Many of our issues become trivial. Spend time with your family. Is number 6. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Those who live longer and those who will die soonest lose the same thing, for the present is all that they can give up, since that is all you have, and what you do not have you cannot lose." For Marcus Aurelius, it was important to spend time with his family. At the end of the day, he was obviously incredibly devoted to his wife and kids. Despite being prominent, well-known, and incredibly busy, he didn't ignore them. He loved them and would snuggle them into bed at night and kiss them, urging himself inside. Don't rush this. It might be the last time you do it. It's not guaranteed that both of you will make it through the night. That object in front of him, which was actually the most crucial thing in his life, was something he treasured. He bid them good night and then left for as long as he was fortunate enough to survive. He did this repeatedly. The practice of death meditation was utilized by the Stoics to serve as a constant reminder of the transience of existence. One of the most frequent regrets of a dying person, according to a well-known Australian nurse who dedicated her career to caring for terminally ill patients, is not having spent enough time with family. The rigors of modern living cause many of her patients to regret losing out on their children's childhood and their partner's company during the week. Families spend just over a half hour together in quality time, and many parents claim that even when families do get together, the time is spent in silence in front of the TV because they are too exhausted to converse, reading, or playing computer games. We will start making changes to spend more time with family and frequently tell our children or our family that we love them. If, like the Stoics, we regularly reflect on our own mortality and remind ourselves that there will come a day when we or our children won't wake up to appreciate the beauty of life. Family time is a crucial component in creating close ties, affection, connections, and relationships amongst members of the same family. The benefits of spending time with family include helping to overcome obstacles, fostering a sense of stability, instilling family values, and boosting children's self-confidence. Do not have, you cannot lose for Marcus Aurelius. It was important to spend time with his family. At the end of the day, he was obviously incredibly devoted to his wife and kids. Despite being prominent, well-known, and incredibly busy, he didn't ignore them. He loved them and would snuggle them into bed at night and kiss them, urging himself inside. Don't rush this. It might be the last time you do it. It's not guaranteed that both of you will make it through. 7th, get ready for the mornings. Marcus Aurelius firmly encouraged the significance of waking up early every morning, saying in your actions, do not procrastinate. He did this to create a morning routine that made the most of each day. Therefore, sleep should not be a time to indulge lethargy, but rather a restorative experience for Aurelius. Having a morning ritual was essential. However, part of this morning routine actually began the night before. As he got ready for the next day, Stoics used to plan their days by leaving aside time in the morning to do so. They achieved this by thinking about what they intended to do that day, making plans for various outcomes, and doing self-reflection. Many Stoics engaged in these kinds of reflections both in the morning and in the evening in order to make getting up simpler. You might start by preparing the night before. This can entail choosing your outfit for the following day, packing your suitcase for work, or having a set morning routine to stick to. Consider it as a list of things to do, but without having to use your head to determine what to do, as it was already decided the previous night. Keep in mind that your daily decisions lose effectiveness as you make more of them. Save your mental energy for minor decisions, like what to wear when you wake up, in addition to being good for your health. This will also make waking up more enjoyable. Making plans for the following day during your evening routine may help you with your morning routine, and may also help you feel less anxious about the duties that await you when you wake up. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos that use knowledge philosophy to help you achieve success and happiness. This video is just the beginning of many more life-changing videos to come.